A lot of people throw around the word exponential thinking that it means a lot or a lot more. It doesn't mean that, and it's actually kind of difficult to understand at an intuitive level. However, I actually feel that it's very important that as many people understand it as possible. I want to give you a kind of gut feeling of how it works and what it means. This whole video is going to be completely visual apart from just a little tiny bit of maths, which will make sense to everyone, I think. First, let's look at this example. So this is a pond. It's got one lily pad in it. Imagine that this lily pad is going to reproduce once every day, and all of its offspring are going to reproduce once every day as well. How long do you think it will take before the entire pond is covered in these plants? Just think about that while I go through day by day. So here's day 2, still lots of room in the pond. Day 3, they've doubled again. Day 4, still plenty of room. It's almost all open water. Now day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8. Within 8 days, we've gone from 1 to 128 lily pads. Let's go back and look at the halfway period in time, day 4. Here we might be halfway through in time, but we are definitely not halfway full in the pond. It's the second last day that the pond is half full. This kind of growth is kind of counterintuitive, and when something is going through exponential growth in the early stages, most people completely underestimate how quickly things are going to change, even when the exponential growth has been going on for quite a while. Let's see what it looks like in a graph. We take the number 1, then double it and double that number and so on. You can see that after just 16 turns, we arrive at 32,768. But exponential growth isn't just about doubling the last number, it's about increasing the last number by a certain ratio. So if your next number is 3% larger than the last one, this is also exponential growth. 100 years ago, in 1916, Australia's population was about 5 million people. Today, it's 24 million, and our current rate of growth in 2016 is 1.8% per year. If this continues at the same rate for another century, our population will be 141 million, and if it continues the same for another century after that, it'll be 842 million. We'd then tick over 1 billion 10 years later. That may or may not actually happen to Australia, but if you're skeptical that this can happen to human populations over long periods of time, here's a graph of the human population since 10,000 BC.